On this day in 1572, Pope Gregory XIII ordered Rome to give thanks, not only for the Holy League's victory over the Ottomans at Lepanto the previous October, but also for the recent bloodletting in France, the St. Bartholomew's Day Massacre. He even commissioned a medal to commemorate it, bearing the legend Ugo Notorum Stragus, slaughter of the Huguenots or Huguenot bloodbath. I'm Claire Ridgway, historian and author, and today we're unpacking why a pope praised a bloodbath and what that tells us about faith, fear and power in the late 16th century. In the early hours of the 24th of August 1572, St. Bartholomew's Day, violence had erupted in Paris. It followed a failed assassination attempt on Admiral Gaspard de Coligny, the leading Huguenot voice at court, a Huguenot being a French Protestant. And that was just days after the royal wedding of the Protestant Henry of Navarre to Marguerite de Valois. Coligny was murdered, mobs fanned out through the city, and the killing of Huguenots spread to provincial towns over the following weeks. Contemporary and later estimates vary widely, but thousands died. News reached Rome quickly. Gregory XIII ordered the singing of a Te Deum and public rejoicing, interpreting the killings as divine retribution on heretics. He then had a commemorative medal struck. One side shows his profile, the other an angel with sword and cross standing over prostrate figures, around the words Ugo Notorum Stragus 1572. It's as stark as it sounds. That September, the Thanksgiving in Rome explicitly linked two victories: the defeat of the Ottoman fleet at Lepanto on the 7th of October 1571, and the crushing of French Protestants. However you judge the politics, the optics of celebrating a massacre are chilling. Lepanto had been trumpeted across Catholic Europe as a providential turning of the tide against Ottoman power at sea. Processions, sermons and images abounded. Gregory XIII, elected the year after Lepanto, leaned into that narrative of providence and punishment, yoking a naval triumph to sectarian violence in France. Now, we mostly remember Gregory for something very different, the 1582 calendar reform that bears his name, the Gregorian calendar, which dropped 10 days to realign the year with the equinox and introduced a new leap year rule. He even had the Tower of the Winds built at the Vatican to support the astronomy behind it. He also founded and gave his name to the Pontifical Gregorian University, promoted the Jesuits, and, less saintly, advanced his illegitimate son. Renaissance popes were rather complicated. To Catholic authorities in 1572, stamping out heresy felt like self-defence. To Protestants and to many modern viewers, a papal medal celebrating slaughter is morally shocking. But it tells us a lot about 16th century Europe, a continent divided by religion. And if you'd like a deep dive on the St. Bartholomew's Day Massacre, its triggers, timeline and spread, you can see the video I've linked to in the description. I'll also link to my video on the Gregorian calendar. Thanks for watching, and if you found this thought-provoking, please do like, subscribe and ring the bell for more on this day, Tudor and beyond history.